Welcome back to our PCM 26 career mode. Heads up, if I look a bit crooked in today's video, I got sick overnight and I must say I'm suffering. But hey, no rest for the wicked, so let's play. Last episode I said I would start the first Grand Tour of the season in this video, the Giro, but I just received this email, preparation of dossiers, because well, it's May 1st, so it's time to take a look at the transfer market and see whether there's any riders we'd like. Hola, Tadej Pogacar on the transfer market, but I'm pretty sure I can't afford him. And Isaac Del Toro, what a crazy transfer market. Honestly, we don't have that much time before the end of the series, so I do think we need to gamble, and Isaac Del Toro on the transfer market with 12 dossier points, 82 mountain end, only on 51k per month, which means about 600k per year. I think that's a doable transfer for us financially. Like, I'm trying to speedrun winning the Tour de France at this point, so he's our only option. And I think if Del Toro does not want to sign with us, we need a backup option in Juan Ayuso with less mountain stats, 79, but still quite competent as a GC rider. So yeah, we're gambling big by spending so many dossier points on just two riders, but I think it might be worth it if we end up signing one of them. I for sure want to re-sign Adria Pericas, but he's already on 100% interest, so we don't need to add him to our list directly. Wait, what? Primoz Roglic still has 79 mountain at the age of 38? That is crazy. Oh, Jakob Ommerzel's contract is inspiring and not in 100% interest, so I do want to add him to the list just in case. I think I might spend 5 more points on a first-year option for GC if Del Toro and Ayuso fell, so Finn Fisher-Black with 80 mountain, 78 medium mountain and 74 time trial at the age of 26 seems like a perfect backup. Like, I know I'm betting everything on signing that one GC rider now, but I've got a year and a half basically to win the Tour de France in game, so we gotta do it quickly. Anyway, potential transfers to the side, I think I want to start racing by doing the Chilean National Championships time trial with our man Vicente Rojas, who is the 4th favorite here, so not sure I'll win this. Bro, look at this route. It feels like I'm cycling in the Andes mountain range. Wait a second, it's quite literally a gravel parkour through the Atacama Desert in Chile. That's pretty fun. Rojas is on the road, on 90 already because a downhill is coming and I kind of want to spend my red bar before that. Let's gradually drop it towards 86 now and try to recover in the downhill. First time check incoming after this corner at the start of the gravel sector. Let's take a look at Rojas' time. Fast time by 9 seconds. Into the last kilometers, trying to micromanage my red bar to make sure it is spent by the finish line. 85 again, 86 again. Come on, buddy. Don't spend it too early. And this is the finish. Second time! No! On a mere 3 seconds of the winner, Benjamin Aguilera. I can't believe it. Anyway, let's hope we can do a little bit better in the road race. Like, it's a hilly parkour, so it definitely fits us, but the race is basically Vicente Rojas versus 2 full teams. So yeah, if they go in the breakaway, I gotta be there too. Honestly, what if I attack from the get-go and make a breakaway myself? Do we see a response? We see one rider following from this blue team, but no one from the purple team, so that's not great. That said, they're not exactly pacing and the gap is exploding to 3-4 minutes. I think this might have been a great move. Wait a second, just about 40% into the race and the gap is 20 minutes to the peloton and we're about to pass them. We're literally doubling them. But I think our fellow breakaway companion Kotsakis has realized that he's not in a great situation because he stopped relaying, so I think I'll attack him on the next climb. Here we go, as we pass that peloton, there we go, that's the attack, and he's dropped. Let's go on to 85 for a bit to establish a gap. Kotsakis is trying everything he can to get back to our wheel, and he might do it. But it looks like Kotsakis has properly cracked. Now 1.5 minutes is the gap, so we're winning this race. After a Pogacar-like solo, our man is in the final kilometer, and Vicente Rojas becomes back-to-back Chilean champion. That said, Rojas is by far the best Chilean rider, so we had to win that. Okay, putting smaller races to the side, it's finally time to take on our first Grand Tour of this season, the Giro d'Italia. And actually, this race is a sponsor objective and not an easy one. Top 5 at the Giro. The race starts off in Napoli for a 29-kilometer time trial, but on stage 3, a medium mountain sprint stage. The first mountain stages start on day 7 with Monte Petrano and on day 9 with Carpegna. I swear we've seen those climbs in Tirreno Adriatico in the last couple of years. But I must confess, I'm both fascinated and terrified of stage 12, a punchy cobble stage. And I'm also super scared of stage 14 with the Monte Crostis, a really hard climb followed by a gravel section on a plateau, and then finally the Monte Zoncolan, which is mythical. And I don't even know what to say about stage 16, so many climbs, 6,000 altitude meters on high altitude. On the last mountain day, stage 19, we take on the Passo di Gavia, I think the ceiling of this Giro, and at the end the Mortirolo, so What a Giro d'Italia. Ay ay ay, Team Visma Lease Bike shows up with Jonas Vingegaard, that's gonna be difficult to beat. And UAE brings, hopefully a future member of our team, Isaac Del Toro and Almeida. Red Bull with both Pellizzari and Roglic at the start. And Ineos Sky, I'm still not used to that name, with Andrew August, 18 mountain, 82 medium mountain, so really strong these days. Trek brings Jonathan Milan with 84 sprint, Temerlier with 82 sprint on Soudal Quickstep, and in our save file, Olaf Koe is still riding for Visma Lease Bike with 81 sprint. Lorenzo Finn with 78 mountain, 81 medium mountain, 78 hillstat and 72 time trial will be our GC leader for that top 5. And I think Jakob Ommerzel will be a super important domestique in this race. Like, I've seen your comments, hashtag free Ommerzel, nah, it's not happening. When it comes to our sprinter, Matthias Kopetzky will be our man with 77 sprint now, so a little bit of growth. Now, when it comes to stage 1, a 29-kilometer time trial, I think that is the worst way to start a Grand Tour for Lorenzo Finn, so this is gonna be deadly. Jakob Ommerzel is on the road and is about to start the climb in this time trial on roughly 77, I'll try. The first time check is right here, let's take a look. We are 2 minutes behind. Oh my god, that is horrible. The reality is, I was trying to get a decent time with Ommerzel, because he might be our backup leader if something happens to Finn. Now speeding up on the second part of the climb, because that is what Ommerzel is good at, climbing, passing Privitera. And this is the second time check, 2 minutes 25 down, ay ay ay. Now on 76 in the final half of this time trial, third time check, 2:47. But hey, Ommerzel is 65 time trial on the day, while Finn is on paper better, so we should do better with Finn. In the final kilometer now, trying to use my red bar towards the finish line. Let's take a look at what Ommerzel does. A bit of red left, but 3:42 down. Simply said, that is dog shit. Okay, starting off on Lorenzo Finn with 74 time trial. Ommerzel was not perfectly paced, so I think I can do better. 86 towards the first intermediate check. Let's take a look. We are 55 seconds down, but now back to 77 because it flattens out. Now on the steepest section of the climb on 86, let's do 88, 89 instead because I want to use that red bar. Come on, buddy, fly towards that intermediate. There we go, back down to 86 for a bit, down to 85, and my time was 27 seconds down. Ooh la la! And actually passing our Minuteman, Maris Mikkels, we are flying, and the next one, Gualdi, is also in sight. Passing him under the third check, let's take a look, we are 14 seconds behind? What is Finn doing? He's flying! Come on, Finn, last 2 kilometers, I've never seen anything like this before. You are doing so well! Using the last bits of a red bar in the final kilometer, and third place! What? 47 seconds down is a lot, but this is fantastic! Like, there's still a bunch of riders coming, like Del Toro and Vingegaard, but I'm already super happy. Jonas Vingegaard wins the first time trial of this Giro, and we finished 7th. That is a fantastic start to this race. Like, Lorenzo Finn has 72 time trial, and the riders he's beaten, Baroncini with 77, Arensmont 76, Almeida 76. This is one of the best time trials I've ever done on Pro Cycling Manager. Anyway, time for a less fascinating stage, a flat sprint in Paestum. Jonathan Milan is the favorite, and to be honest, with 77 sprint stat, I think I'll be happy if I score a podium in a sprint in this race. In the last 10 kilometers of this stage, I'll launch the Energy Gel on Arietta right now, but my train is well positioned on the left side of the road. Kopetzky with 79 sprints, so that's actually pretty good. Garcia Pierna bringing us into the last 4 kilometers now. Thomas Kopetzky takes over. Pierna out of the way, buddy. Schwarzbacher is looking good. And actually, I think I might launch now with Kopetzky with 2.3 kilometers to go. Schwarzbacher in the wheel, ready to launch pretty soon. Getting gapped a little bit. Now he'll launch. Kopetzky in the wheel can launch right now. Come on, try and come past, but Nate Haddon is winning. Jonathan Milan comes around and Merlier comes in second. We finish top 5? 6th, I think. Like, we know we're far from the best sprinters, so we need a little bit of luck in the lead out, you know? Anyway, Lorenzo Finn finished in the peloton, so that's good. Still in 7th place in GC on just about a minute. Now, stage 3 is quite fascinating. 4 medium mountains, but a pretty flat run into the finish. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. The most important part is keeping Lorenzo Finn safe, but I might go in the breakaway. To be honest, Ommerzel is literally 5 minutes behind in GC, so what if I just go in the breakaway here in the wheel of Matthias Kopetzky right now? Let's go. Ommerzel in the wheel. Zambanini trying to follow. Sheffield not able to control. Sadly, Matthias Kopetzky could not follow the tempo, but Ommerzel is in a 5-man breakaway up the road, and the Maglia Azzurra is actually behind Cavagna. I'm sorry, but what is happening here? We are cycling through a wall. Literally. That's just insane. Anyway, the break has 2 minutes on the peloton now. We're about 30k into the stage, and Cavagna is back in the breakaway, so 6 riders now. Starting the third climb of the day, I'm actually not too confident in this breakaway because, well, the peloton is only 2 minutes behind, so they're right on our heels. And now the breakaway is deciding to attack each other while we're literally on the verge of being caught. This is so stupid. Anyway, I decided to start pacing, so Cavagna is getting dropped 3 more riders off the back here as well, and we're together with 1 more rider, which is Zambanini. And I'll take the KOM points, why not? 4 minutes 50 now on the peloton, so a much larger gap. Descending towards the next climb with 65 effort to recover as much yellow bar as possible. Anyway, on to the final climb now, 11 kilometers at 6%, Omerzel pacing on. Let's do 77, let's go all out to try and keep the gap to the peloton. But it's such a long flat section after this climb that it's very possible that the peloton wins, to be honest. But if that happens, we've got Matthias Kopetzky in the peloton, which I should not be using to protect Finn because he might be our backup leader for the stage. Topping the climb as we speak, and the gap is still 4 minutes 50, but I don't think we're gonna make it. There's simply too much flat to come. And the worst part is Matthias Kopetzky is properly dropped in the peloton, so I don't have a sprinting option left in the 99-man peloton. On the flat run into the finish now, but it's still 30 kilometers to go, and the gap is going down to 3 minutes now, so it's not looking good at all. But I refuse to give up. 75 relay now with Omerzel, gap down to 2 minutes with 20 kilometers to go. It is still possible, come on. I know I said no hashtag free Omerzel, but hashtag free Omerzel, please. I definitely do not like that the road is going uphill in these last 2 kilometers, but we gotta keep on pushing. Gap is still 2 minutes with 10k to go, but a climb is coming. The peloton is pacing super hard. 1:30 is the gap now. Omerzel's yellow bar is not looking good at all, on 75 right now. Energy gel, because the climb is coming. Here we go. It's a short climb. I'm pacing 85. I've got Zambanini in the wheel. I'm gonna try and attack towards the end of this climb. 1:13 to the peloton, and that is a notable gap still in the tempo. There is not gigantic, so Omerzel attacks over the top. Zambanini cracks. Come on, Omerzel. 3 kilometers to go, buddy. Downhill. 85 relay. You've got this. We've got this. I think we've got this. I stopped believing. 50 kilometers to go, but Jakob Omerzel, hashtag free Omerzel, wins stage 3 of the Giro d'Italia, and Lorenzo Finn is gonna finish in the peloton, but there's gonna be gaps because I was looking at the breakaway. Ay, ay, ay. Look at our beautiful man on the podium taking a Giro stage. Jakob Omerzel. That was one of my goals this season, winning a stage in a Grand Tour with Omerzel. Are you serious? It looks like we lost quite a bit of time with Finn in GC because of me not looking at the peloton in the last 5 kilometers, because there were gaps. Jonas Vingegaard finished on 52 seconds and we finished on 1:22. We lost 30 seconds for absolutely no reason, which means we dropped to 10th place in GC on 1:36 now. I gotta say, I am so incredibly salty about this. After doing such a good time trial, this feels unfair. Anyway, putting our sadness to the side, stage 4 is a sprint stage, so let's try and hunt for a podium again. I won't lie, it feels pretty fantastic to wake up in a world where Jakob Omerzel is a stage winner at the Giro d'Italia, but now it's time for Matthias Kopetzky to try with 78 sprint stat. It's okay. In the previous stage, we lost some time with Finn in the final sprint. I won't let that happen today, so I'll shove him in the wheel of Jonas Vingegaard. Arietta is doing a pretty fantastic run right now, but we gotta keep ourselves at the front. In the last 9k of this stage now in a pretty good position, Mr. Finn as well in the wheel of Jonas Vingegaard, but it's time for Arietta to go to 87 because we need to keep the front here. Ay, 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 our team is in chaos at the moment with 4 kilometers to go. Matthias Kopetzky desperately trying to get to the front. 3.8 kilometers to go. Thomas can go right now. Garcia Pierna out of the way. Matthias is back, but we are not going as fast as the others, so we have to launch our sprint to try and salvage that. Schwarzbacher in the wheel is ready to launch pretty soon, maybe right now. That's too late. That's way too late, but ay, 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 ay. That was a horrible sprint. Jonathan Milan wins, and Matthias Kopetzky, I don't think this is even a top 10 on the stage. No, it's 12th. Like, I know a podium in the sprint stages will be difficult, but a top 10 is only a matter of launching at the right time, and today we failed to do that. But hey, stage 5 is another sprint opportunity. Jonathan Milan once again the favorite, and our goal is once again a podium. So, 12k to go, our sprint train is on the rails. Let's hope we can get a better result than yesterday. Last 4 kilometers, let's go with Tomasz Kopetzky almost right now over the top of this bump. Arietta out of the way, buddy. Schwarzbacher is ready. But I think we can launch pretty soon with Kopetzky because I don't have too many riders left to late. Schwarzbacher launches, Kopetzky tries to get through, but he can't. Come on, buddy, Matthias. Come on, Matthias. We're getting blocked by Menton. Oh la la. We were so strong, so fast, but we literally got blocked and Jonathan Milan wins, so without that blocking, we top 5. Anyway, 7th place, I guess it's better than 12th. But just a reminder before the next stage, Lorenzo Finn is still in 10th in GC on 1 minute and 36 seconds. Now, I'm just checking our transfer dossiers in between the stages, and Matthias Kopetzky is also out of contract with 51 to 75% interest only, so I think I need to open the dossier right now. And I might as well spend my last 2 dossier points on extending Perikas. When it comes to the other 5 riders, I think Hector Alvarez is a certain extension, but the rest I'm not sure about. Like Schwarzbacher is handy as a domestique in a cobble stage, but he's also not that irreplaceable, you know? Anyway, back to racing, a hilly parkour on day 6 with Jonas Vingegaard as the favorite and Lorenzo Finn as 5th favorite. I don't think we can gain time here, but I want to do my best, you know? So, the stage has begun. Let's get our boys to the front and take a look at our daily form, shall we? Lorenzo Finn with a 0 day, so 80 Hillstad, that's fine, but yeah, the finish actually fits him. We've definitely won stages like this before. Okay, 20k to go, second last climb is about to begin, and we've got our team in a perfect position at the front of the peloton, so let's keep this going. That's an attack by Mauro Schmidt with Mr. Sheffield and Pattinson in the wheel. I didn't know that actor was in this game. I am surprised that they instantly have a gap of 25 seconds on the peloton where people just keep on attacking, and I'm just trying to keep myself safe. There we go, over the top, and there's still 4 riders at the front of the race, and that is indeed the attackers from earlier. The gap is 20 seconds, and we've got enough time to catch them, I think. In the last 5.5 kilometers, the climb is about to start, and the attackers have been caught, so that is fantastic. And it's gel on literally everybody as we speak, but I think I might have too many riders, so let's fix this. There we go, that should be good. Let's launch right now on 94-ish with Lopez and keep our team at the exact front of the race. The Kopetskis can get out of the way because I don't want them to block my team here. We've got Garcia Pierna on 93 right now. Lopez out of the way, buddy. Let's make sure we can follow the moves on the right side of the road. We've got 2 kilometers to go, and I feel like I've got too many riders and my leader is blocked in now, so this is not great. Garcia Pierna to the other side of the road, 1.8 kilometers to go, and we are blocked in. We are completely blocked in right now, so I think I need to 99 on Omerzel and hope that we can somehow get out of the way here. Come on, guys. Sprint with Omerzel. Finn is blocked in completely. This is not going to work. I'm going to launch right now, but Jonas Vingegaard is going to win, and we will finish in the front group, but I feel like more was possible here, but I bottled to run in on the climb. As simple as that. We finished 5th. It's definitely not a bad result, but I was kind of hoping for at least a podium here, but GC-wise, we do move up to 9th place, so Filippo Baroncini dropped. I'm still so salty that we lost time on stage 3, because that really wasn't necessary. Anyway, it's time to put the silly sprints and the hilly finishes to the side, because the mountains are here, with Monte Petrano on stage 7. We're just about 8th favorite, but I'm kind of hoping to do better than that, you know? Next to that, we could go in the breakaway with Omerzel to try and go for KOM and the stage, but I'm not sure yet. So, in real life, it's been a day since I recorded the last part of the video, and I actually feel better now, so let's hope it also improves my performances. I think I might want to get Mr. Omerzel into the breakaway. Is this Matthias? Yes, it is, so let's do the duo attack once again if we can get to the front. Come on, boys. A bunch of riders already trying to attack, but I think I'll wait until the climb starts to make my move. There we go, turn to the right onto the climb, 5k at 7.6%, and there comes the attack of Mr. Matthias Kopetzky. Pace on 85 with Omerzel. Matthias Kopetzky can protect him. That is nice. And the peloton is lots of riders attacking, but no clear tempo from a GC favorite team. But Kopetzky is dropping through the breakaway riders, so we might just end up with Omerzel in the breakaway once again, which is still a very good situation. And to be honest, 1k to the top, I think I might just keep pacing on 93. I should try and get the KOM points here, but I think Harold Martin Lopez is taking them. Nope. Piganzoli is. We got second, so that's okay. To be clear, KOM is not my all-out goal, but we might as well take the points if they're there, you know? Anyway, the break is heading for the first proper climb, the Monte Catria, and we're starting that climb 13k 7% with a gap of 7 minutes 20 on the peloton, so a pretty decent gap. I think the break is winning the stage. Halfway the climb, and the tempo in this breakaway is not that significant, but the gap is still growing on the peloton, so that's a good thing. But I am gonna pace a bit at the front of the group to see if I can drop a few riders from this breakaway, because a 20-man group is rather gigantic, isn't it? Last 1.3 kilometers, there come the moves for the KOM points. I'll get into the wheel of I can't get into the wheel of Mr. Malia Azura, so I'll try to get in the wheel of Rodriguez instead. 0.7k to go. I'll wait a little bit longer, and now I'll try and launch my all-out sprint for KOM points on the left side, but we're gonna get beaten quite easily, actually. I don't even know if we got any points. Ay, Cepeda got 40 points, and we got 4. That's disastrous. Oh shit, big trouble in the peloton, a split in the peloton as we speak, 31 riders of the front, and we are not in that front group, so that is very bad. Tomasz Kopecky get to the front and start pacing on 86, and the gap is slowly but surely expanding. This is really not good. We have to find a way to fix this. This is why positioning matters in the middle of a random stage. On this little fourth cat climb, we have ripped the group we are in apart into only 17 riders. Kopecky is still pacing a little bit, but it's time for Mr. Garcia Pierna to take over. We've got Mr. Lopez now protecting Finn in this little peloton. The gap is a minute 30 now to the group ahead, so we're getting a little bit closer. Now the break is starting the second Cat 1 climb, the Monte Nerone, 12 kilometers, 7.3%. I'll stay here for now with Omerzel, but I'll pull him back if necessary to save Lorenzo Finn's Grand Tour because we're not looking great. Gap is back up to 2 minutes now. I'm trying to get to the front with Garcia Pierna to pace, but the others are pacing with us, which is actually a good thing. Looks like the break is starting to fall apart. Zambanini is dropping, but still 18 riders with us with 3 kilometers to go on this climb. Lopez can now protect Finn. We are on a minute 30 of the favorites group with Finn, so we're getting closer again. Last kilometer right here on this climb. We've got the attacks for the KOM points. Let's get into the wheel of Nicola Prodon with Omerzel. That's fine for now. I'll actually just launch my sprint. Omerzel can try and go for the points through the middle. Come on, buddy. Get some points. Nah. 6 points this time, but once again, Piganzoli with 40 points. That is crazy. Finn is now solo, trying to bridge towards the favorites group on this climb towards the top. I'm desperate. I need to get back, and I need to do it now, so let's go on 95, get back to the wheel, and now we can start to recover once we are here. But Joao Almeida is attacking, Jonas Vingegaard is attacking. I can't respond to that. I gotta sit here and chill in the group. That said, in the descent, the gap is only 15 seconds right now for the gang of Jonas Vingegaard, so I don't think that's too big of a deal. I think they'll get caught. I'm on 65 trying to recover all my yellow. But now the question is, I'm in this breakaway with Omerzel, but I think Finn needs me with Omerzel, so I think I might have to pull back Omerzel to help Finn instead of going for the stage. But Jakob Omerzel is by far the best climber in this breakaway, so I don't want to take that opportunity away from him. I think I'll go for the stage. F it. Jonas Vingegaard has been caught again in that Lorenzo Finn group, but for Finn, the rest of the stage is all about survival. Here we go. The climb is starting, and we've got some attacks from the get-go. I do not like that. 10 kilometers, 8.6% Monte Petrano, so a pretty hard climb. Piganzoli with Cepeda off the front, and the rest of the group is actually a bit in trouble. I'm trying to drop them with Mr. Omerzel, and I want to get to Piganzoli. We are catching up quite easily with Cepeda, so that's a good thing. Now we only have one rider to catch, it's Piganzoli, but I gotta focus on the peloton. I gotta focus on Lorenzo Finn. But so far, nothing's happening in this favorites group, so that's actually a good thing. But there comes the attack by Del Toro. I'm simply gonna try and follow the group. Oh my god, we're getting gapped by going 87. That is crazy, but I think I can pace myself back. Meanwhile, at the front of the race, Omerzel has caught Piganzoli and is gapping him, but I'm spending so much energy, so I'm not sure I'm doing this right. Let's go 80, I can go 85. Yeah, I can. 3 kilometers to go. Lorenzo Finn has caught a few riders and is now trying to fly through the next group as well on, let's say, 85 energy gel. Omerzel into the final kilometer with barely any energy left, so I need to drop my energy effort right now. We've got 29 seconds on Piganzoli in the last kilometer. We're going to be completely empty, but I think we win this. Gap is 20 seconds. Gap is 20 seconds. No! I'm not having this. No! What? That is the worst heartbreak I've ever seen. And Finn is in the last kilometer and a half and is also imploding. This is bad. This is very bad. Sprint, buddy, sprint. But we're not going to finish that well either behind like 15 GC riders. What a disastrous outcome to the stage. Omerzel had it. I simply overpaced. Losing the stage to Piganzoli when I had him on the ropes is gonna haunt me in my nightmares for the rest of my life. This has to be one of the most painful podiums I've ever seen on Pro Cycling Manager. we had him, and we gave it away by overpacing. Obviously, Jonas Vingegaard is still in the Maglia Rosa after the stage, but Lorenzo Finn is still on 10th place as well, although we lost some time to top 5 competitors, so definitely not a great stage for GC either. To be honest, there's not too much to say, I bottled it, that's the reality. Oh, wait a second, next to Finn, Omerzel is also in the top 10 now in 7th place, so that I did not notice yet. But obviously, Lorenzo Finn remains our GC rider, you know? Ooh, stage 8 is a hilly parkour, and in real life this would go to the breakaway, but in Pro Cycling Manager this might be a peloton versatile sprint. And depending on daily form, Matthias Kopecky might be able to survive and sprint today. The race starts off with a false flat downhill, which means brake formation will be a little bit difficult. I think I might go in the breakaway just in case, if the breakaway wins, you know? Looks like those are the first attacks of the day, so let's get to the front with Thomas Kopecky and Arietta and try and jump into the breakaway here. Come on, boys, but Visma Lease bike needs to give us a gap here, and they do. Correction, they don't. They caught us. That is very sad, so we'll have to try again in a second. There's attempt number 2. We don't have a gap, so I'll have to go with Arietta alone. Let's try and do that instead, and now we have a gap, and we are bridging towards the front of the race. So we're gonna be in the breakaway with Arietta, which is pretty good. In total, a break of 12 riders, including some pretty decent ones like Paulus and G, but the gap to the peloton is only 2 minutes, so I'm a bit worried that Visma does not want the breakaway to win. Just about 60k to go, time for a small update. The gap stayed around 2 minutes for a long time, but now it's 4 minutes 30 to a split peloton, and I am in that peloton with Finn, so that's good. That said, with 4 minutes 30, I'm kind of starting to believe in the breakaway. Yeah, 18 kilometers to go, and the break still has 4 minutes on the peloton. One rider of the front though, Mr. Guerrero, has gone for a bit of an adventure, but I don't think he'll stay away. But since the break is winning the stage, the final climb, the Cappuccino climb, will be the decisive factor here, so we gotta find a way to drop the others, or at least be the fastest sprinter in the leftover group at the top. Here we go, the break is starting the climb. We've got some attacks from the get-go. I'm going 88. It's only a 1.5 kilometer climb, so I need to go pretty hard from the start. 93, something like that. We've got Mr. Garofoli trying to get a gap and actually getting it, so we got to try and respond to that right now. 20 seconds is the gap. I'm just going to go all out to his wheel. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Let's try and relay with him right now on 85 over the top, but I got to focus on the peloton too. We've got Mr. Garcia Pierna trying to lead us into the climb. Let's go on 99 right now with Garcia Pierna. It's only 2 kilometers, so we gotta smash it like crazy here. We've got some moves. Lopez in the wheel, then Finn in that wheel. I'm simply gonna go all out and try to attack away. Why not? Meanwhile, at the front of the race, sorry for pausing, but I need to focus. We've got Arietta and Garofoli in a downhill. I think I can recover in that, so that's good. I will now go all out with Mr. Lopez. There we go. And now Finn can try and relay together with Lopez on 99. Meanwhile, Garcia Pierna can stop pacing, and we'll try and make that happen. But I'm going to focus on Arietta now, because the stage win is very possible. Oh, the others are back in our wheels, so this is pretty bad. Energy Gel kind of too late, if I'm being honest. The finish is it's uphill, downhill, so gotta make sure I don't launch too late right now. Let's go up to 90 with 2 kilometers to go. Make sure we keep our front position. Looks like others are coming towards us. I'm gonna launch right now with 1.3 kilometers to go. That might be too early. I think it's too early, and we're getting surpassed by everybody. We simply are not getting our breakaway stage wins, and I think it's because I keep on bottling them. Paulus wins, and in the peloton, we still have a gap right now, actually, so I'm gonna go all-out attack with Lorenzo Finn here. I didn't expect to have a gap still. 20 seconds on Jonas Vingegaard, so we're taking time in GC. That is the finish of Lorenzo Finn. We're taking about 25-ish seconds right now, I think, on Del Toro and Vingegaard. So that is really good for GC. And most importantly, we take that time on the other top 5 competitors. But you might have noticed I put Omerzel on 70 effort only and dropped on purpose from the peloton to make sure I can go in the breakaway tomorrow without any trouble. That's the idea there. A rather disappointing 5th place on the stage with Arietta, especially because we were in a winning position with Garofoli over the top of the climb. So maybe I should have just attacked in the final descent. But Lorenzo Finn with a pretty fantastic ride, taking 20 seconds on Del Toro and Vingegaard, while also taking almost a minute on the other top 5 competitors. Which means he moves up 5 positions in GC into our desired top 5, so This is what we wanted. And just like I was hoping for as well, Omerzel drops to 16th place on 5 minutes, so that should be far enough to go in the breakaway again. But I really have to up my game when going for breakaway victories because the last 2 stages, I choked the final. But I'm not completely sure that stage 9 will go to the breakaway, only 140 kilometers and no climb in the first 20k to really form a breakaway on. Jonas Vingegaard is the favorite. Like, I'll try to go in the break with Omerzel and win the stage, but Lorenzo Finn is obviously my focus here now that we are back on that top 5 of GC. Come on, let's make this happen. So, Schwarzbacher and Omerzel start towards the front of this peloton. So let's try and get them to the front and try and jump into the breakaway. That did not exactly work, so let's try it again with Schwarzbacher on the right side of the road. Please, guys, let me go into the breakaway. And we have a small gap on Koi, so we're in the break. I gotta say, Carpenia is already a pretty hard climb, but having it 3 times in a row, that is monstrous. Like, I'm sorry, but Alpecin is spacing in the peloton? For who? You've got no GC rider! Vergalito is literally on 50 minutes in GC, so I think they're just salty that they're not in the breakaway. But I am quite sad that after these 2 small bumps... Oh god, oh god, oh god, Omerzel's down, Omerzel's down, that is not good. Plenty of other riders from the breakaway down as well that literally fell over Omerzel, but at least Schwarzbacher is now with Omerzel again. I was about to say that I was sad that Schwarzbacher had dropped, but now I'm happy because he can help Omerzel now. And actually, the 2 riders that fell over Omerzel, Paulus and Prodom, have abandoned the race, so the breakaway is suddenly smaller, 13 riders, if we can get back to the front, which I think we can. It quite literally cost us Schwarzbacher, but Mr. Omerzel is back in the breakaway and can recover, because there's a 50k valley now. But with 55k to go, Carpenia is closing in, and the breakaway's gap is only 3 minutes, so I don't think this break is gonna make it, so I will switch plans. I reckon I'll try to use Omerzel in this breakaway as a satellite rider for Finn, so I think I'll try to attack with Finn from the peloton, maybe on the second last climb towards Omerzel. Anyway, on the first Carpenia, and we've had 3 attackers in the breakaway, Söderqvist, Zana and Kajamini, but since I'm going with my satellite rider plan, I don't really care about this. It's all about staying in front of the peloton on this climb for Omerzel, so gotta keep pacing. Actually, over the top of this first Carpenia, we're in 2nd position. Zana is the sole attacker, and we've dropped everybody else on the climb, so we can try and relax a bit now on 65, I think, when it comes to maintain position. Okay, on the second Carpenia, and we've got Zana at the front of the race now, so maybe Omerzel can win this stage. Should I go for the stage instead? Honestly, the gap is definitely big enough, so I think I will. There goes the attack by Omerzel right now, trying to attack away from Zana in the last kilometer towards the top here. Now 85. I might have overextended there, so let's sit in the wheel of Zana again, and let's hope we can follow. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? That is so incredibly stupid. Why did I overextend and now I'm losing 30 seconds to the top? That is so dumb. Anyway, in the peloton, we are now at the front with Lorenzo Finn. And I'm actually going to attack with 1.5 kilometers to go. There comes the attack of Lorenzo Finn. 99 pacing. Come on, buddy. The other riders from our team can sit up in this second group. But we've got a gap of 20 seconds now with Mr. Tijmen Graat pacing behind. Omerzel is now in the downhill, roughly 40 seconds behind the front of the race. And Lorenzo Finn is stopping with about 20 seconds on the GC group. But I'd like to recover some energy in this downhill if possible. Now on the last Carpenia, 55 seconds behind Zana, so I'm actually gonna give up for the stage. I'm dropping Omerzel back to Finn, who is with a proper gap on the group behind now. 32 seconds, so this might work. Let's go on 87 from the start, and let's try to get to Omerzel as fast as possible. There we go. Finn is almost with Omerzel. Omerzel needs to go on 85 right now and try and make sure he can protect Mr. Finn from the get-go here. Right now we are together, so we can protect. I will go on to 90 pacing, a gap of 30 seconds on the peloton behind. So we've done disastrous things in this stage, but it's actually working. Finn is pacing with the help of Omerzel, and the gap expands to 50 seconds right now on the group, still led by Graat. Vingegaard is now making a move pretty late, but he's gonna close down the gap a bit, I think. Jonas Vingegaard in one move, almost in the wheel of Lorenzo Finn. That is ridiculous. That is stupid, but a kilometer before the top and we're looking pretty good. I'm going to try and get over the top with Omerzel and Jonas Vingegaard. That's fine. Ciccone is just off the back. Come on, Omerzel, get over the top with me. Now 99 to the front, buddy. Yes, I bottled the stage win, but I really don't care right now. Filippo Zana is going to win the stage. Omerzel is sprinting downhill right now in this group with Jonas Vingegaard. And actually, Jonas is dropping me. Really? Come on, Omerzel. Get to his wheel. In the last 2 kilometers, and Ciccone is also trying to drop us. Finn can now sprint. Come on, man. Get to the wheel of Ciccone. Get to the wheel of Ciccone. We're gonna pass Ciccone. We're gonna try and close down Vingegaard, but that won't work. But we are taking time on other GC riders like Del Toro and so forth, and plenty of top 5 competitors, so this is a pretty good outcome to the stage. I feel like we might be on the podium of the Giro after this. Like, I'm a little bit salty that I gifted the victory to Filippo Zana on that second last climb with Omerzel, but it's fine. What is more important is this page, and we are not on the podium. We are 4th in the same time as Tiberi, so we might as well be in shared 3rd place. I'm gonna consider myself on the podium right now. Like, I think it's fair to say that in this stage, and in literally every stage in this video, I've played far from perfect, but the outcome is actually pretty good, because in GC, being in 4th place is exactly what I was looking for. On top of that, Davide Piganzoli in 5th place only has 75 mountains, so he's gonna be in Narnia soon. Filippo Zana with 75 mountains, Schachmann with 73 mountains, Zambanini with 74 mountain, lots of non-climbers in the top 10 to the point that I might consider going for the podium instead of top 5 as my goal. Like, Tiberi has 81 mountains, so he's a better climber, but I think I can beat him if I play better than today. But I'm also really scared of what's going to happen on stage 12, which is a cobble punchy stage, and Lorenzo Finn is not exactly a cobble classic specialist. But there's still plenty of mountain stages left, like the Monte Zoncolan on stage 14, and this mountain festival on stage 16 with the Passo Giao. Then again, there's also a 31-kilometer flat time trial, which is not exactly Finn's specialty. I really don't know what's gonna be the outcome of this race, but Lorenzo Finn, we're hunting for a podium. But that is gonna be for next time. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!